The Orchard Lake Police Department is once again participating in No Shave November, a charitable initiative benefiting Maggie's Wigs for Kids of Michigan. And the campaign runs from November 1st to December 1st, encouraging officers to grow facial hair in solidarity with children experiencing hair loss from cancer and other medical conditions. Joining us now on the Splash Live to tell us more is the development director for Maggie's Wigs for Kids, Jennifer Fisher. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, thank you for having this opportunity for us. We really appreciate it.
We love having you on, and this is such a great thing that is going on all throughout Orchard Lake and with the police department. How did this partnership between the Orchard Lake Police Department and Maggie's Wigs for Kids originally begin?
Well, how this occurred is the former officer, Dan Caldwell from Orchard Lake, transitioned over to Milford Police, and he had met a child in the community who was experiencing alopecia, an autoimmune disorder causing hair loss. And he found out that our Maggie's Wigs for Kids in Michigan program had supported her. And this was the first time he had heard about our organization, and he wanted to support the kids in the community. So he went to the Milford chief, and they were able to start this initiative called Pigs for Wigs. He named it, we did not. They wanted to take a bad name for a police officer and turn it into something good. And so he connected with the other departments in the area, including Orchard Lake, where he had previously served, and garnered their support. And all of a sudden it spread. It was like this huge friendly competition that these police departments wanted to join to support children right in their own communities.
I love it and love hearing about all these great ways you guys are helping out. I know quite a bit about alopecia. My father has had alopecia ever since he was in early high school, so I have grown up knowing what that is, and I know that it is something that a lot of work is being done to help fight alopecia, and lots of great things you guys are doing with Maggie's Wigs for Kids. How would you say the community participation in Orchard Lake and Greater West Bloomfield has evolved since this initiative first got started?
It's grown, and when other departments hear about this friendly competition, they want to join because they know they're just giving back to kids and families in their own communities. And with our Maggie's Wigs for Kids in Michigan program, we started 22 years ago. All of our services are available at no charge. The children receive a wig, they receive classes, social activities, field trips, and counseling, all on site at our wellness center in St. Clair Shores. And so when they see that they're supporting a charity that truly gives everything away for free, they want to support that effort because it's just going right back out in their own cities and townships.
That's right, and this is exactly the kind of initiative that anybody would want to support. I'm sure a lot of people have gained so much help with Maggie's Wigs for Kids. Is there a possible memorable story or maybe a testimonial from a family that has benefited from this program?
Oh my goodness, yes. There's probably about 5,600 testimonials I could give you because that's how many kids that we've been able to help at no charge, thanks to the kindness and generosity of the community. But every kid leaves an imprint on our heart, and every family is deeply touched by this program and this Pigs for Wigs initiative because insurance does not cover the cost of these wigs. And so even if they were readily available, families could not afford them. So when they see that there's a whole community of support and love behind them, it's monumental.
That's right. All great stories to come from something like this. And if residents are watching this, how can they get involved beyond just making a donation to this cause? Are there going to be some volunteer or maybe some sponsorship opportunities with Maggie's Wigs for Kids?
Absolutely. And there's other ways to give as well. We do appreciate hair donations so we can continue to make these beautiful wigs. It takes a good 10 inches of hair. We will also accept 7 to 9 inches to make a boy's wig or a short wig for a girl. So if you have your hair that is not chemically processed, it's long enough, it meets the guidelines on our website, you are more than welcome to donate your hair. We do need hair donations all year long. We also accept great volunteers if you have time and talent to give. We do need support with volunteering. We're a small grassroots local nonprofit organization, so we rely heavily on our volunteers to support us in continuing our mission. But there are sponsorship opportunities on our website. There is a special page under the How You Can Help section dedicated to Pigs for Wigs. So if you want to give to your local police department that way, you can do that, and then the funds will come back to the kiddos. But there's so many different ways to get involved. And I always say one of the most important things you can do is if you know of a child who needs our services, please refer them to us. We help everybody. We charge nothing. We turn no one away. We work with all 9 hospitals throughout the state of Michigan that provide pediatric oncology. We work with dermatology clinics, burn centers, whatever medical disorder the child is experiencing that causes their hair loss, we can help them, and we do it all for free.
Amazing. All great things to hear from you, Jennifer. I love it. For those just joining us right now on the Splash Live, I'm talking with the development director for Maggie's Wigs for Kids, Jennifer Fisher, who's talking about the ongoing efforts and the ongoing support throughout No Shave November as the Orchard Lake Police Department is participating in the event once again to raise benefits for Maggie's Wigs for Kids. Jennifer, what message do you hope that this campaign sends to both the public and the children that are receiving wigs from this program?
That they're not alone in their journey. You know, we're here beside them. So are the community officers, the administrative staff. Everybody is rallying behind these kids. We believe in them. We see their courage and their strength, and they are not alone. Because often when you're going through a journey like that, you might feel very isolated or alone, and you aren't. You have a whole community behind you, and we love you and we support you. And we also want to thank our wonderful departments. We have a total of 14 departments this year joining the Pigs for Wigs initiative, including Orchard Lake. And we want to thank you very much for your support. It means the world to these kids and families.
Of course, this is exactly the kind of thing anybody would want to support. And Jennifer, how would you say efforts like this reflect broader values, maybe of service and compassion, especially within local law enforcement, like what we're seeing with Orchard Lake?
Oh, that's tremendous. You know, they set a wonderful example. They inspire us all to go above and beyond the call of duty. You know, these departments, it's amazing. They really set the example for each other. They turn it into something fun, like a friendly competition, you know, who can raise the most, or, you know, who can generate the most awareness, or, you know, who's the hairiest. We've had a couple Facebook posts out there with the guys competing and showing their, you know, their mugshots. So it's really taking something fun, giving back, going above and beyond the badge, you know, to support the community. And, you know, I think that's why he started it, you know, that fundraiser so many years ago, 13 years ago, and called it Pigs for Wigs, taking that bad connotation and turning it into something good. You know, they just want to show that the police are there, they're there to protect and serve, but they're also there to support the community in other ways too.
That's what it's all about, Jennifer. I got a couple more questions before we wrap things up. What are your hopes for the future of this collaboration and the continued impact of Maggie's Wigs for Kids in Michigan?
So our first goal is first and foremost to find more kids and families in need of our services. And we know that they're out there because, like I mentioned, we've had 5,600 come through our doors. We know there are more kids. And so through this collaboration, it also raises that awareness. It puts us in touch with families who may have never even heard of us before, and their child might need help. And so first, we want to reach more kids. That's always the number one priority for us. We do also hope that as the years continue, since we're in the 13th year of Pigs for Wigs, that more departments hear about this initiative and that they too join the cause. Because again, the funds go right back out there, right back out in their own communities.
All amazing things. I love to hear it. Last question, Jennifer. Where can people go to learn a little bit more information about Maggie's Wigs for Kids and how they can help?
Great question. You can go on our website. It is www.wigsforkids.org with the number 4. We're Maggie's Wigs for Kids in Michigan. And on that website, too, you have all of the links to our social media. We're very active online. So you can follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you have a social presence. You can go and follow us as well and support the kids and just see their stories, see how we're helping them.
That's where you can go to support this mission and support this cause. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us today here on the Splash Live.
Thank you, Jake. Appreciate it.